Hello class, this is Mr. Goop. Today we're going to look at a website that you can look at on your own time, or we can go through it in class on another day. This website is called Engineering Go For It. This website I have found to be pretty neat actually. If we look at it here, you can kind of see it looks like a bunch of different Polaroid pictures, if you will. And each of them has some sort of caption that matches the image. For the one in the far top left, it says chemical, and in the very opposite corner it says environmental, and somewhere in between you got biomedical, nuclear, and agricultural. Each of these images and captions represents a certain field of engineering. Now, if we look at my personal favorite, chemical engineering, it brings up kind of fancy animations, a pretty neat little window here. And so as we look at this picture, we can see there's a couple plus signs that are kind of floating around the image. And as we hover over each one, it has a certain animation that brings up a different image. So if we take one of them, go to the top left, and it says, "Did you know?" It'll provide you with a neat little fact. And each one of these will do this. Each of them will have different images and different animations, but right now we're going to focus on this one. It says, "Did you know? Many great products result from the work of chemical engineers, including that fleece you own made from recycled plastics, as well as the hypoallergenic makeup you apply to your skin without worry." And so then there's a link that would take us to look at, to learn a little bit more about chemical engineering. And there's also another link where you can find out more cool facts. And then there's, like every window has, there's a little X. Okay? And then this one, we can meet a chemical engineer. And as we can see, she has a cup of Starbucks coffee with a couple glasses of Starbucks coffee right in front of her. All right. So if we click on that, we'll bring up her name, Michelle Gass. And then the window reads, "If you've ever enjoyed a Starbucks caramel frappuccino, then thank Michelle Gass. She launched the drink." Gass is the president of Seattle's Best Coffee, a brand owned by Starbucks Corporation. She and her team come up with new coffee-based drinks by visiting Starbucks shops worldwide and interviewing customers. Cool fact, the caramel frappuccino began as a novelty drink. It's now a $2 billion brand. Other drinks she launched include pumpkin spice latte and the Tatso tea beverage. And so, if we take a moment, we can click on one of these links, and we'll go with the Get to Know More Engineers link. Okay, and as we can see here, brought up, we have chemical engineering, and then we also have two others. We have environmental engineer, as we can see with the von Bergen, and then Hanuman Singh. Pardon my probably butchered pronunciation. But if we click Learn More, it'll give us a very similar, pretty similar window. It just says Meet an Engineer, and then it'll go and talk about this specific engineer. And it'll give us a little bit about him. Okay, so we can click this back arrow to take us back, and it'll bring us right back here. Now here they're kind of shuffled, but if we click this Shuffle the Deck, it brings it all back together. So we looked at chemical, which is now down here. Now we can look at computer engineering. And so, again, we have our plus signs kind of floating around the picture. Here it'll bring up a little sticky note looking thing that says Computer and Engineering, Software Engineering. The information technology revolution marches on, and at its vanguard are computer engineers who work with all aspects of computing: operating systems, networks, software, and hardware. So we can continue to float around. We can meet an engineer. We can see how computer engineers make a difference in the world, where they work, which would probably be probably referring to the different fields that they work at in some. Then it provides different brands that you might recognize as well. So when we click this X, and it brings us right back to the picture. Again, the did you know and all the other plus signs are right back. Okay, so the site, if you have a moment, can take a look. If there's a certain field that you're particularly interested in, electrical, nuclear, civil, material engineering, mining, ocean, aerospace. If there's ever a field you have interested in and you want to learn a little bit more about that career, I would say look at the site. Okay, you can find out all the information you need. I'm sure there are other links dotted all over, whether it's when you select a field or even following the links right up at the top, and you can kind of scope out the field of engineering. This world will continually need more engineers, and if you're looking for a job you would probably enjoy, if you enjoy science, technology, and math, this is definitely the site for you to figure out different possibilities for you. Okay? So when you get a chance, take a look at it, and if you ever have any questions, feel free to ask.